Hey, this is Jeremy. I have something interesting to share.
It's interesting. Good.
Interesting. It was actually relates to cats. It happened just this morning. It was after I woke up, and I did have a real side experience I'll share also. But I had woken up and I was recalling all the events and just of the real side, and then my cat, this tiny gray cat that I have, besides the one in my profile picture, it's this tiny gray one, and it was laying in my bed, and I'm laying there, and it starts to stare at me, and it comes up on my chest or whatever, it does its thing. But what was very interesting about this was I was still in that type of flow state, I'll call it, when you're in between sleep and kind of, you're just very relaxed. And so I find in that state, for me personally, a lot of impressions can come and certain things like that, even visuals at times. So anyways, this cat comes up to me on my chest, and it does a little spin, and it's halfway facing me, halfway not. Well, I get this strong impression, almost verbal, where it tells me this is not natural. That thing is not natural. And then I saw a flash image of this fleshy. I saw this flash image over its physical version. It was this fleshy, spider-like creature with 4 legs that looked like a cat. It looked like my cat, but it was just like different, and it really gave me sort of almost creepy kind of vibes there, because it was just like this fleshy little spider, but they put fur on it, was the impression, to sort of diffuse that so it doesn't look so creepy, because then we wouldn't bring them around and stuff like that, But that was the impression, and I haven't been able to look at them the same, they're really not natural. So that was just something funny to share. And that was the first experience.
So this cat was actually the creepy thing? He had fur on it? Your cat?
Yeah. Okay. So it was a mix of a physical view and something from the real side that came through with my awareness, to where I saw it physically. It was like an overlay image, of the cat was there on my chest, but laid over that image that I was seeing with my physical eyes came another image of this fleshy, spider-like creature, in a strong impression, like I said, almost verbal, that these creatures, what we call cats, they're really not natural.
Shape-shifting creatures. Yes.
Yeah, so that was the first view there. The next one I wanted to share was the experience I had while the physical body was down before the whole cat thing. Was I used to play a lot of Indiana Jones, like a Lego version, when I was very little on my game system. And anyways, the view related to this, to where I was looking at the bigger picture of an entire room, and there was this little Lego Indiana Jones character running around the room, and I knew that I was like this character. It was just like a part of myself or something like that. And I was running around this room, and I could see this sort of stone platform with these golden symbols carved into it, where there was light shining through these golden symbols, and it was the first platform of 3. But this third one with these golden symbols that were glowing was the only platform raised. And I knew, I had a very strong impression that the other 2 would raise, but only at a certain point in space and time, when the stars aligned and certain things like that. But another impression came that with the awareness, when we use our real awareness and we look at the bigger picture, because life already is complete, we don't have to wait for these space-time events, like other individuals, maybe they do certain creative things relating to creation only, like assignments. But when we have the awareness, we could just supersede these certain restrictions, these created restrictions, agreed upon things. So what I did was, how this showed up was, I used the whip to pull myself up to this platform, and I jumped to the next one, to where I unlocked this like golden whip. It was like a new version of whip, and I really thought about the idea of the whip, and I looked at the word, and it kind of popped out at me, was what popped out at me was the WHIP, almost like it says something else, and it says way to help those who are interested, or like way to help interested people, you know, a new way to help interested people. And that was what came through with an impression with the whip. And, you know, with the gold color, we relate that to the is, so how to share it, which is interesting because I just took on a new adventure where I'm sure you guys are familiar with TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. It's a video creating platform, and anyways, I took to it because I saw the opportunity there, and you know, anybody could do it, but the videos are doing really well. They're getting a lot of views, and a lot of people are hearing about ReBazaar and the NUUU, so anybody can do that. But that's how I see it relates.
Great, Jeremy. Thank you. Thank you. Have you been posting on TikTok then? How do you do that?
Yeah, it's little videos. You record these short little videos, and you can use hashtags. So I'm using all kinds of little hashtags, you know, because the hashtags relate to certain parts, and so people can just scroll through those tags and see certain posts. So I'm using all kinds of different ones, even some that don't relate, but at least they're there for those, you know, who see it.
I get a pop-up from that. Do you need to get an account to post?
Yeah, you make an account with your email, record yourself talking. So what I'm doing is I'm walking people through right now the levels of life. I'm telling them, I'm referring to book 3, and I saw this as to where to start to give people a real understanding of first the physical, then the astral, and then the mental is what I just made. So telling people, you know, these are places people go, but there's governor lords here, you know, this is how it relates. It's just condensing it into 60 seconds or so, but it's clear, concise, and I still refer to the NUUU and ReBazaar.
That's good. Another avenue there. Yeah, I see it popping up from on my computer too. It seems to be rather popular. Yeah, everything's quick. They're short, aren't they? Do they have a time limit? The videos can be.
Yeah. So you record, like, if you, let's say you can choose from 15 seconds, 60 seconds, and 3 minutes. And so anyway, you don't have to record it all straight at once. You can record 10 seconds at a time, get a line together, and then rehearse another, or record another 10 seconds. So you can break it up like that.
Good avenue. Thanks, Jeremy, for giving us a heads up on that.